YouTube, hey YouTube, hey YouTube, hey YouTube, hey YouTube, hey YouTube, hey YouTube. Cut that off every time. Hey, YouTube. Fat Pastor here. And there you go with the popping out thing. Let's just give that a try right there. Make a Xenon. Don't know if it picked you up on there, but hello, howdy. How is everybody? I hope this stream finds you well. Okay, nope. It's playing the games with me again. There we go. Don't do that. Got Skip waiting on us. There we go. Making sure the featured chat was not demolished. How's it going, Skip?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Nice to see you in the stream.
Yes, good to see everybody in the stream. Let me get the chat in this stream. There we go. Let's see if that's still working. I might have to pull it out and put it in a different place. Let me see here. Skip is putting together some gates. Hang on one second.
Oh, yeah. So, let's see here. Let me see if I can share this stream.
Yeah.
Since
I'm going to pop
right
it
now.
out one more time because it's YouTube not liking the screen that I put it in, but we will be all right. We're going to be okay. How's it going, June Loco? Let's get back to Skip here. And I'm going to go ahead and reverse my video here so that nothing is
Got six
backwards.
in the chat already. Omega Xenon and Marco, Raymond Carrera, Octavia, Nick Flies. Nice to see you in the chat. Thank you for joining.
Yes.
We are going to share this around.
We've got the feature chat working again. It was just an update. I needed to restart the computer. That was the whole problem that was going on with it last week. Needed a...
Handing you for just a minute, Pastor. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. We'll jump here for a moment. And voila. So make sure that this is still working. Howdy. Let me type howdy in here. Do not have Jarvis on tonight because, as always, Skip cannot hear Jarvis, so it makes it hard to have a guest on. I'm trying to devise a way, looking at another software to use that might be able to get it to where he can hear Jarvis. Also, if that happens, then we'll be good to go. How is everybody? Hopefully you're doing well. I have had another couple busy days, but that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Might come out to the race this weekend. All right, Omega, good to see you. I hope so, man. I hope so. Look forward to seeing you there. It's always good to meet people and be able to put a face with the avatar on the channel. It's got an echo. Oh. I bet that echo stopped right there. But I wonder if it will echo when Skip comes back on. Might have to... The echo's gone. It seems to echo when your solo screen. Didn't echo when I was with Skip. Alright, let me jump back over there to the empty chair. Nope, should not be a problem over there. But did y'all hear Skip fine? We'll have to see if you heard Skip good. If not, we will make it that way. Here's an update, so you never know. Question, is the $20 per class? It's fixed now, all right? Is it? No, I don't think so. I think it's just a $20 landing fee for the race, period. No. It's just like for our championship race, it's $60. Ticket gets you 3 days, all classes. So, yep. Finished up the I think I got a design that's good for the shirt. Got the chapter, got my name on it. Glows, stands out like a turd in a punch bowl. So, yep. There we go. I got a lip that I got to fix on my little roly pad thing under there. So, yeah, $20 landing fee should get you the whole time. Everything good to go now. Yeah, looks like it. I've just got to watch the audio. It's the problem is I'm using Chrome for the browser that I'm running Discord through, which is what Skip is on. And whenever Chrome does an update, it doesn't communicate well with my Apple software. Well, it doesn't communicate well with PC software either. Then after the update, I get things working, and then audios are messed up and things like that. So, is there a Velocidrome track? I've been practicing the Southeast 65 Champs and Crossroads track. Well, if that's what I would say, practice the tracks that that you've seen us race. The Soki track is another one. I think that was July 19th, I think it was. And what What I think they're doing, they've not, I don't know that they've settled on a track yet, but it's close, I think. There's 3 guys on the track team that's including Skip, 2 guys helping Skip with it, and they are going to collab together. But I think the general consensus is that they want to pull elements from our other races. So if you've been to our other races, there's going to be some elements that are familiar. So yeah, slide it about 6 more inches and you'll have it over so you can see it all. There you go, right there. That's good. All right. Let me switch to it. All right, let's see if we have any audio for you, Skip.
Okay. Yeah. So we got a new sponsor and one that just joined right in, and VCI Vulcan Innovation. So we got a new sponsorship by them. We're really glad to have them
Yes.
in the Southeast Championship. And you want to talk more about it?
Yep, I can. Big shout out to Jim Fan Mike. He's been instrumental in all of this with Jim Fan and VCI. They both have stepped up to sponsor the race, and they're sponsoring it in a way that is all of it's going to the pilots. They are sponsoring merch and gear, so we're just all of that gear is going to be going back into the pilots. Everybody that signs up and buys a ticket, the more sponsors we get, like VCI and Jim Fan and Beta FPV and so forth, the more that the pilots that are signed up are going to get to go. Doomsday Rebel asked if there's a course for your Saturday's track on Velocidrone yet, Skip.
No, there's not. There actually isn't. But all of the tracks that we do make, they kind of coincide with.
Yeah, I was
So
telling there's elements that you'll notice in. He said he's been practicing the 65 champs and the Crossroads track, and I was like, if you practice those, you practice the July 19th, I believe it was.
yeah.
You practice those and the Crossroad churches ones, and you're going to see elements. Your sign back there, I don't know if the dog's up against it, but your sign keeps wiggling back and forth.
Yeah, my wife is
Oh,
there, and
okay. I thought maybe Yoda had gotten up against it or something. But it was
no,
actually good because it makes the sign move like like, hey, I'm still back here.
no, I've got
So
this thing. I got this system on the end over here that every once in a while it just moves it. It's called my wife moving her chair.
is it AI? Is that what it is? Congrats on the new sponsorship. Thanks, guys. Yep. This is a race sponsorship. It's not a channel sponsorship, but it is a race sponsorship, and we are pleased. We are very glad to have VCI on here. Omega Xenon says he's rocking their 2300 kV or 23,000 kV motors and loving them. I hope the 23 kV. So yeah, that would be 23,000. And loving them. You know, I've heard some good things about them, guys. I hear that they're powerful. Not quite as powerful as the RCM Power, but they may be more efficient. I don't know. Haven't heard the results of the final testing on all of that stuff yet, but we're glad to have them. Anyway, for them to be this new in the hobby and to be up there even in the same sentence as RCM Power is saying a lot, I think. So thank you to all of those out at VCI for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's great to have a big company backing us up on this stuff. There's a lot of sponsorships that that do very little, and I think they're doing a whole lot for us. And it's going to be fun. Have the prizes and everything that VCI offers with Gym Fan. I think it's going.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think it is. We are. I'm going to be working on if I can ever get home early enough. Skip's like, hey man, I'm in Discord around 10 o'clock. I roll in around 11, 11:30, and I'm on for like 30 minutes. I'm like, dude, I'm done for the night. But I want to work on a. We're about to put it this way. We're at the process where we're about to put out another graphic flyer reminder of to buy your tickets and everything, and those we're going to have the sponsors on them. We'll have the sponsors logos on them, so that we'll go ahead and show you the type of gear that's going to be in your pilot bags. You know, everybody's familiar with the Gym Fan pilot bags. If you've been to any race, if you're not familiar with them, then you're going to get familiar with them. So, so we've got some cool stuff. It is my desire, and it is what we are shooting for, that when you show up at the race, that the value of the stuff in the pilot bag is going to be at least as much as your ticket cost, if not more. That's what we're hoping for. Doomsday Rebel says, I made my first whoop today. It's basically a HD0 Hummingbird, race spec, AIO5, HB Light, AF frame, and can mount 702, 28,000 kV, 19 grams, Venom, V2 props. It flies amazing. There you go, man. That's what it's all about. I was taking a little time waiting for Skip to get on to do a sound check, and I made this right here up. And you might be, what in the world would Fat Pastor have anything to do with something like this? I don't know if you can see it good enough, but what it is it's a, oh, let's go, there we go. On one side, on the upside, that is BT 2.0, or PH 2.0, and then this is the female BT 2.0. I bought my nephew for his birthday one of those cheap Amazon drones. It comes with the little boy goggles that are just about this big, and it's got the little cheap radio on it. Well, that little quad flies pretty good in angle. The problem is it comes with them square batteries that you can't find that fits the hole. So I got one of those phones, and I've changed it out so I can take this BT2 PH 2.0 and plug it into the board on the drone, and then I got BT 2.0 where I've got several. I probably got 5 or 6 batteries that they are still good, but they're not good enough to race with. So instead of throwing them away, I'm just going to give them to him, put that little foam in them. And we was over at the church the other night. We have an available Sunday school room that we're not using right now. So that's where my mother and I got together and laid out this layout and was putting it together. And he's 6, and he was sitting there flying in the back of there, just flying it around. And I tried to order him some of them cheap square batteries. They're junk, man. If you get 3 or 4 charges out of them, so I got him that little foam, and I just went ahead and made him up this little adapter. So now he's going to be flying BT 2.0, and if he gets real good, we'll put him into some Virginia Slims.
Oh yeah, Virginia Slim. That's the We Bleed sauce right there.
Yeah, 400 and was that what? 465 mile. Yep, that is the. And I guess I don't know if it was you, Skip. You were the first person I heard call them the Virginia Slims. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would like to. I thought about making a little PLA box, a little white cigarette box
Hmm.
for them.
Oh
I think
yeah,
that'd be
and put them in like
a
a
battery.
yeah, like a. Oh, we'll have to do that. And I could print it out on my
Oh yeah,
A1 back there, make it look like, and have Virginia Slim on it. We got to do it.
yeah,
We got to do it. We
yeah.
got to mock that up one night when we're sitting there doing nothing. But which is
But
not very many
Doomsday's got a
nights.
good build here. Doomsday's got a good build here. He's got the AL5 HD0 in it, so 19 grams is not bad for everything he's got. That's
Especially
not
his
bad.
first build. You know,
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome.
See Skydozer in the chat. How's it going, Skydozer? Nice to see you in the chat.
Yep.
Yeah, Omega, that is a nice build for sure.
Hmm.
Uh, Jason Levin says Hummingbird race spec mount also fits the Lux camera.
Ah.
So I didn't know that, but you know the that's one way you can lose a little bit of weight is by the camera mount. So if you want to get into the 18-gram window, your your camera mount can have a lot to do with it. And I have a new mount uh, that's built by Noah, custom FPV,
Oh yeah.
and we're fixing to bring it up on 533,
Yep.
and it's a variable mount that me and him came up with together. So me
Oh.
and Noah got together and we talked about it for a little bit.
How's it going, Mike?
And I don't know, have you seen those camera mounts that they print flat, but when you put it on the drone, uh,
Hmm.
it makes an adjustable variable mount,
I have.
but it's kind of big for a Whoop, especially if you want to go slim. So I thought of why not have the same thing that prints flat, but whenever you bend it over, you bend it over the front of the lens, and it has a front mount that adjusts instead of a back mount that adjusts.
Hmm. Yeah, I
So
call it. It looks like a G string or something.
I gave Noah the idea, and he drew it up. He done a really good job. He done it super fast, and so putting our heads together is actually making something pretty nice. And, let me see if I can come up with a picture so you guys can see it. Omega says, "Oh, you know he came up with a new camera mount. I know he had posted his like a month ago. This is totally different than Noah's fixed.
Yeah, and Custom is also a sponsor of the race. There's gonna be some things in your goodie bag printed up from Custom FPV. He's gonna be sponsoring the race also. Jason Levin says I definitely want one. Well, the best place to get them is come to the race. That might be what's in there. I don't know. I don't know what he's putting in there. I don't. We don't. Skip knows some of the things that's going uh, into the bags because he's already got some of the stuff. I I don't. I just know that it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Plus
Oh yeah,
cash to the winners, which is also good stuff. And the tokens. We're going to be doing the token thing, and every heat that you win is basically race money in your pocket for something. So, yep.
okay. So here is the pinch mount. The can you open that up? Let me see if I can just save it,
If I open it,
make it a
I won't have you visible.
All right, let me just save it and then I'll open. Right, I'll share my screen here. Okay, share my screen there, Pastor,
All right.
and
Oops. Ooh,
there is the mount.
there it is.
So if you,
Ah,
yeah, can you hear me?
I see it. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So if you look, this one is a little bit big. We did slim this one down a little bit, so it's the camera is kind of flush with the end of it here. But if you look, you have a screw in the front of it with different holes, and those holes is what changes the camera mount from a zero to almost almost pointed straight up. So you could do literally any angle that you want on that. Uh, I am working on one that will stand up off the board that kind of does the same thing. But this one right here is a great variable mount if you want to try it out. Uh, I will give
Good
an
evening, Chris.
STL way on this stream only, and then from there on out, it will be something that you'll have to get from 533.
Oh, there you go. You heard it here first. Like a reverse thong mount. Kind of. Yes. Yes. How's it going, Rico Grobler? Welcome to the channel. If you guys haven't, I know if you're anything like me, the world gets frustrating and, just sometimes driving home from work or whatever just gets you angry. To go ahead and take all of your frustration out on that like button if you would right now and just smash it in real good. And or if you're like Philiblaster, he likes to lick the like button sometimes. So Variable Mount was my nickname in college.
Good grief.
Oh, Phil, I can't believe you.
How dare you?
How dare you? That's a sweet mount. I have a name for it, but I'm going to keep that to myself and tell Skip later what uh, I think he should call it.
All this bad behavior. I hope it's something clean.
Well, if it was something that was family friendly, I would just be sharing it.
Oh, good.
uh, I'm I'm messaging him right now. I can't talk and type at the same time.
Rico Grobler, it says, I'm on YouTube.
Hey,
Doomsday Rebel said that is a sweet mount. Thank you very much. I'm glad me and Custom SPV and Noah or whatever we call we could work together on something. Actually, me and Noah, when we put our heads together, we can come up with some really good stuff.
now if you share that, it didn't come from me. Okay.
Oh, that's okay. I'm not going to share that.
Now you know.
They Baxter said they need to start integrating the cam in all-in-one board. So there, that's a crazy idea, really. I think what they need to do is they need to make a 5-in-1 cross board because Beta FPV has a 5-in-1 HD board and it's got a gigantic plug on it. That plug, if you remove that plug and put a VTX chip, it would fit very easily where that plug is. So I'm trying to get Beta FPV or Happy Model to make the 5-in-1 crossboard. I think uh, with the way aerodynamics is and the way whoops work, that would be one of the fastest boards just by design, in my opinion. So one of the fastest UDL uh, drones that I've seen is with the Beta FPV Cross board, and believe it or not, they were using the Beta FPV Cross and the Eco VTX, and they were still making weight. So that was pretty amazing.
Oh yeah, that's what I think the majority of my UDLs are. The
Well,
cross.
if you use the Mobula 7, I think no, it's the Mobula 7. I think it's a Mobula 7. Thinking right. Here, let me look it up real quick. But if you use that frame, it's super.
Did I pick low latency?
So here I'll show you our UDL. We have been using we've got a new UDL out, and I hope they got it posted. Because it'd be kind of weird to have a UDL that's not posted.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, and if you want to, I've tried it, tested it. I like it. Might be a bit hot. Might want to try 80, but the video last week where I went in and adjusted the crash flip. Oh, I mean, it flips like it is on, something. The hot and ready UDL I got from y'all, awesome. It's different and challenging. It does fly different. If you're talking about so hot and ready, I guess it comes flashed, right, with the igniter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hot and ready comes flashed with the igniter, and the hot and ready UDL is different than what you see on the site. Yep. It's supposed to be one of the fastest builds out there.
Yep. And if you guys, on a little separate note, if you guys think you're going to make it out to the Knoxville race, to the race this Saturday, please sign up on MultiGP. I'll be bringing my gear and setting up the race, and it's a whole lot easier for me to put your name and your information, all of that stuff in prior to the race and get the race set up than it is me trying to scramble and get everybody's name, get it phonetically pronouncing their names correctly and all of that stuff. So even if you don't have PayPal or whatever to pay the landing fee until you get there, don't let that stop you from going ahead and signing up for the race on MultiGP. I will be probably Thursday night after the Cowboy with a Camera. Man, me too, brother. I hope it goes well. It will. All we need is just one other person, and for really two, but with one, Skip and I can still have a good time at a whoop race, can't we, Skip? It's better to have more people, but we could still race. Even when it's just Skip and I, the competition is still there. It's like, let's go another one. So, yeah, sign up. Thank you, Cowboy with the Camera. I think you were gifted a membership last week. And if you guys see that little star beside his name there, that means he's a member of the channel. That helps the most. That link down in the description on how you can do that. Whenever there is a giveaway, you get 3 times the tickets of anybody else. If you are a member, you see that star there beside Philiblaster's name, means he is a member also. He said, I'd give myself a 25% chance I'll be there. Well, if that 25% chance rolls around and you need a ride, you want to ride with me, give me a call. I'm going down. I thought I was going to go down Friday night and get a room, but something's come up. I'm not going to be able to do that, so I'm driving down Saturday morning. Going to get there probably around 10:30. I'm planning to around 10:30 their time, which is around 9:30 my time. So, so we get all set up. I am bringing the Starlink. Got to get it all activated again. That's the good thing about the Starlink. When I'm not using it, I can put it on pause, and I only have to pay for when I'm using it. You and Skip are pretty even at the end of the day. Skip is faster, but crashes more. Marty, you're more consistent. Well, thank you. Thank you.
I've been crashing a whole lot less. So,
yeah. He's the gap is starting to grow. I've got to get on the sim more. I've noticed the difference in my flying when I am able to see him. It's just, it ain't been much lately. Hopefully I'll get on the FMV. We might look tonight. Before we log off, let's look tonight and see what the course is for the FMV for this week. Also, so I think we wanted to talk a little bit about this legislation and stuff that's going on. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer all of the time about that, but Skip's got some new information. What's that?
Well, let's share this whoop first. I want to show the new UDL build that I've got going on here real quick. I've got it coming up real quick. There we go. Pause that. All right.
Click the button to share his screen. There it is.
So here we go. That's what it looks like. It's the Happy Model Mobile 7, and there has been no frame cuts or anything. It's got LEDs all the way around to the front of the whoop, to the front standoff, which is really nice because we had a whole lot less LEDs last time.
Yeah.
The hot and ready ones get programmable LEDs. And now the canopy is a slim canopy mount. And if you look, that canopy is variable. So you'll be able to adjust your canopy with that new variable mount that works with the Eco Canopy. And HD0 is the AIO 5.
Yeah.
There
Sweet.
it is.
Sweet.
It is exactly 40 grand.
Wow. Better hope the scales at the race you go to are right.
Well, we have lab scales, so we weigh every one of them before we send them away. It'll be dead on.
Yeah, it looks sharp, doesn't it? Said, well, the picture answered my question about the adjustable camera mount. Oh, Jason Levins, he wants one. Those hot and ready, they kind of a bit pricey, but hey, you pay for the convenience of it being really truly a bind and fly. You know, that's, you bind it up, and for a UDL, I think you are the only people doing that, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I mean, so it's really close to customizing yourself. I mean, the or having it customized. The only difference is you don't get to pick what LEDs are on it. You get to program the LEDs that are on. So
Yeah.
really, you're getting a better product
Yeah.
because
So does it
they
come
have
with the LED programmed, or do they have to figure that part out themselves
so we do program the LED, and then you can just go on Betaflight.
and change the color or whatever? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I
All right.
almost
So
bought a second this weekend. He almost bought a second one. There you go. Hey, if you really love racing and you get into it, I recommend having at least two 65s and two UDLs, because if you have a problem, you can go back and watch one of our streams. You can see that in the UDL, Johnny Scars was he had something happened. I think a motor went out or a camera went out or something went out on his main UDL that he was racing, and he got another one, and he had the HD0 camera set to the little, where it's got the edges cropped off of it, and
yeah.
for like a heat or so there in the finals, he didn't he didn't beat us all, but once he got used to that new one, he come back and took it. So that's you know that's always fun. I just that's the part I love about UDL is you go indoors with it, and uh, Skip just washed our face. Just washed all of our
Sorry,
face.
guys.
That's all right. So
I've got a little bit of OCD when it comes to cleaning lenses and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
All
So
right. So we want to talk about what's going on in the news,
speaking of doomsday,
and
no, I'm joking.
I think that's good. No, no, not doomsday. Hang, hold up. We're not talking about Atlas. Uh, what's that? I3 Atlas or whatever it's called.
A3 whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. But I do want to show this one post, and we were in the news. 533 was in the news, and did you get to see that, Pastor?
I did not.
So I'll share the clip that we got.
All right.
Unleash him.
Was this local Knoxville news?
Yeah. So this is local news. Uh, W10 News or whatever it's called. Let me share this. All right. Tell me when you're ready.
All right, it's on.
Yeah.
Federal leaders say it's time to unleash American drone dominance. A proposed plan would adjust federal regulations to allow businesses and their drone flights beyond the direct line of sight for an operator. Sanders reporter Avery Gingerich spoke with an entrepreneur in Maryville, watching any changes closely. Avery?
John, Evan Turner is the owner of 533, a drone manufacturer focused on building hobby drones. He says his company has the capacity to rival bigger manufacturers right now, and while that's good for him, he doesn't want that to remain true forever. He says American innovation is ready to take off in the drone sector. It just needs a green light.
Going to unleash American drone dominance.
U.S. transportation leaders say a key to doing that is allowing drone operators to fly beyond their line of sight. Regulators want to standardize flight monitoring technology. They want to create centralized launch sites across the country. They will require operators to register their flights with authorities, just like aircraft already do.
Save time and money spraying crops. Line workers safely inspect infrastructure. Police departments respond to emergencies more quickly.
The owner of 533, Evan Turner, wouldn't agree more.
Some people may say, oh, it's going to become more dangerous. However, I think they're more so just making a roadmap for drones to be integrated here to the skies.
Turner says his Maryville-based company can produce hundreds of drones per month. They can fly up to 100 miles per hour and fit in the palm of your hand. That sounds impressive, but Turner says it's a fraction of what companies like his are capable of doing.
Now that drones have worked their way in, the FAA has been put in a difficult spot because this technology is something that's very new to them. Nobody's really made regulations on it before, and so they've definitely been on the more cautious side.
He says countries like South Korea, China, and others are outpacing the United States by investing in commercial drone use. He believes the U.S. is capable of leading the world in this market, but needs companies with deep pockets to lead the way.
Now, all of these companies have been collecting data over how safe it's been, any accidents that have been done, any changes that need to be made.
He says regulators have taken a crawl, walk, run approach for the past decade. He believes America is ready to run. Now listen to this, John. Turner told me that some parts of drone technology have a life cycle as short as just a couple months, and he expects that rate of change to remain high for the foreseeable future. He told me we certainly have come a long way for model planes. John?
You certainly have. That's a great example behind you, Avery Gingrich, on the update. Thank you, Avery.
There we go.
That's it.
So yeah, I thought it was a pretty good
Yeah.
representation of the FAA and what they're doing. So that's kind of an introductory of our topic.
Right.
Is beyond line of sight. So they're wanting to have delivery drones, from what I understand, all the way up to like it sounds like taxi type.
Yes. Up to people. Yeah.
Yeah, and because they're not only updating the beyond line of sight, but they're also updating the light sports craft, is what they're calling it, the light sports craft.
Yeah. How many passengers a light sports craft can have? Yeah.
Yeah, so they're allowing 4 passengers, 3,000 pounds. So I don't know what kind of light sports craft that has 4 passengers and 3,000 pounds, but it sounds a lot like a taxi to me.
Yeah.
Now they haven't just came out and said it was a taxi or anything like that. That is still speculation
Right.
on our part. But I mean, think
Right.
about it. What else are you going to have that's 3,000 pounds and allows 4 people? Now, I don't think those are necessarily going to be piloted. I think maybe you'll have a pilot on board, kind of like a taxi driver. You'd have a pilot on board to take over, but I think most of it's going to be automated. And that's with the beyond line of sight stuff too. These craft are going to have waypoints that they actually set and make deliveries. So they're wanting to make the skies safer, which means they're going to regulate the hobby.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sad to hear, but
They already are.
you know, but we don't want an accident to happen with one of these companies, because you're looking at your lawsuits and major property damage and all that.
Yeah.
So, and it's going to be tough. It really is. But they want, first of all, from what I hear, they want a TSA background check of the pilots.
Mm-hmm.
So, remote ID is not enough anymore. They're going to want to know who you are, where you're at, what you're doing, what your intention is with the aircraft, and everything. And I'd say it's going to be even stricter in different airspaces, like Class C airspace. So if you're anywhere near an airport or whatever, it's going to be even more strict. They are talking about this is not near future, but this is I'd say within a couple of years, that they're wanting to have some type of transponder on all drones. Now, commercial, they're testing everything out on commercial. So if you have a 107, you're using commercial, you're going to be the test subject of these new rules, which is TSA, and they want to have remote. They're going to be pushing remote ID and possibly a GPS.
They're going to be, from what we were talking about the other night, it sounds as though, well, let me rephrase that. From what we read the other night, it seems as though that they are asking for transponder technology on every drone, not just background, not just remote ID, but where any other pilot can see your craft on their screen at any time. And that's going to kill anything this size, micro stuff like that. It's good. It's going to force that stuff inside gymnasiums and FRIAs only, because you're not. Who knows though? What did we say 3 or 4 years ago? The technology is not there to put a VTX and a flight controller. I mean, I can remember people arguing and saying you can't put Crossfire. It's just too big. You can't put Crossfire on a Woot board. There's not enough room for it. Then they did. And then you can't make an AIO with Express LRS. Then they did. Then it's like you can't make an AIO with digital. Then they did. So hopefully as the technology keeps innovating, this is why we need to support companies, in my opinion, like HD Zero. HD Zero is they're trying to innovate. They're listening to us. And in my opinion, HD Zero will come closer to putting something in that will work for FPV pilots than DJI. I think DJI is, if they care about anything anymore in America, it is their camera drones only.
Well, another thing is they want obstacle avoidance. So in order to have obstacle avoidance work right now, you have to have something ArduPilot. Anything like Beta Pilot or iNav, they do not do obstacle avoidance at all. So
now iNav used to do optical flow. Do they not do that anymore?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's only on the ground. Now I know at one time, iNav was doing optical flow sensors, but that's not your side to side and all of that. It's just you're not going to hit anything on the ground.
Which this is what I'm wondering. What does that mean for? So this is coming commercial, no matter what. But what's that mean for an FPV pilot? How do you add obstacle avoidance? Is this going to take over for you while you're flying?
Well,
because we control everything as far as, or most, our PIDs do things, and our gyro does things that we don't really notice. But as in controlling the flight and where it goes, we control that.
Yeah.
So
like if you're going for a building dive and you come up and you get close to the building, it goes, nope, you're too close, and it just stops you and levels you out. And
or like you're flying and then another drone comes in the area, is it going to take over and
land
and start doing what it wants to do instead of you doing it? It's a really, really good question on how this is all going to work out. And I mean,
I was talking with
going to have to get way more advanced if they're going to catch up.
I was talking with somebody that's a lot more intelligent in in the techno world than I've even thought about being. And we were talking about that you know, because they want to know where every pilot is and what every pilot's doing, and to have unmanned airspace controlled, not by air traffic control. And I was like, so you can't really do it. And he said AI could. He said an AI that was made specifically to read data from radio receivers put on cell phone towers, which gives us coverage. You know, if you put them on every one of the cell phone towers at 5.8 gig or 2.4 gig, you got coverage in most of America. All you need is a really fast, intelligent computer that is sending information back to that drone saying, you know, you can no longer fly at 200 feet. You're going to have to go up to 350 feet because I'm fixing to send another one right underneath you at a diagonal at this, and it's working all of that stuff out algorithmically. It can do it because that's precisely what is already being done, just on a small scale with drone shows that moves those drones in conjunction with each other to make a picture. And you know, it would take AI and a very fast computer, but he was saying that the technology, that's not a stretch for the technology, for them to be able to regulate our 2 foot or 2 inches from the ground to 400 feet, to regulate that to the level that Class A airspace or C airspace is regulated. And if you haven't, you know, sometimes it's an experience for anybody that loves flight, FPV. Find somebody, go to your local airport when they're doing something, and ask if there's somebody there that's training to get their VFR, or their IFR, not VFR, their IFR rating, and just ride in the airplane when a small airplane enters in to controlled airspace. What all starts happening. And then you've got a set of headphones on, and you're listening to everything that comes in through the radio. And I did it for years at the mapping company. It is truly like a 3-ring circus. You got this guy over here spinning plates on all of these sticks. Another guy over here balancing a tightrope while another guy's swinging on a trapeze, and 3 different rings is going on, because you'll be talking, and they'll tell you. I don't think I'll ever forget it, but the main plane we flew was 5911 Yankee. And that's what they would come back there like, 5911 Yankee, please adjust your heading to point 109er and climb to 2,600 feet and hold. And then you would report back. You'd say 5911 Yankee changing direction to 109er, climbing to 2,600 feet. And then when you get there, you'd be like 5911 Yankee, 2,600 feet. They're like, okay, we're passing you off to BNA, which is Nashville. We're passing you off to BNA Tower. Have a safe flight. And then you hear BNA come on. 5911 Yankee, would you please adjust your altitude from 2,600 feet down to 2,000 feet for the downwind leg of landing on runway 76. And it's got a big number on it. And then, I mean, it's like juggling, handing you off to all of these other people, and they're telling you what to do. And then you can hear these other pilots back in the background. As soon as they're done with you, they're like, you know, 671 Lima Foxtrot, please hold your position. And, you know, I mean, all of this stuff going on. It's like juggling, you know, watermelons, grapes, oranges, baseballs, and bowling pins at the same time. There's so much going on, and it's it's crazy when you think that they are legitimately saying we are about to commercialize the airspace in your front yard, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, so here's the breakdown of the key areas.
Yeah, like
of
lane
what they're-
assistance. Yeah, he's talking about how the cars will drive with lane assistance. Yep.
So here's the breakdown. The beyond visual line of sight operations, they're developing regulations, and they're actually listening to the community. So there is a way to actually talk to them, and I'm going to get to that.
Right.
Remote ID. They want remote ID for sure, and they're talking about collision avoidance systems, and then anything in controlled airspace needs to be done with Lance or Drone Zone. So I don't know if you guys know about that. If you're going to be in controlled Class B, C, D, or E airspace, you need to be using a thing they call Lance, LAANC, or Drone Zone. And then the next one is they're supposed to be doing emergency operations like public safety. They're streamlining it so people can work in the airspace for public safety, like the police, fire rescue, and everything like that. There also is going to be an environmental review. They're going to be talking about how to assist you with the environment. So they're going to be also updating you what to look out for in the area. You got public comments timeline when this is going to happen. The timeline is expected to be the end of 2025. So it's not, you don't have long to actually make comments, but they are accepting public comments. And let me show you guys this because I think it's important, because there's not enough of us speaking up. This is a niche community. I want you guys to understand, just because you guys are into it, there's a lot of us just deep into it, and there's a part of you that says, well, I do it so everybody knows about it. And, everybody around you might know about it, but before I was in the FPV drone world, I mean, I knew a little bit about it, but I didn't know there was this big community. And this has been going on for a while, and I had no clue it's been going on for a while. So there is a lot of people that have no clue there's a big community behind it.
That's right.
And
or community, really a community at all. Just think that there's people that just buy their drones from Best Buy and spy on their children while they're swimming in the pool.
Well, if 300 people will show up to a major event, if those same 300 people would get on and say something to the FAA to what they think is beneficial, or what they think they can do to make the skies better, I think that would definitely make some kind of a dent. So I'm gonna direct you on where you can find this at. So if you look,
hang on, let me get it pulled up. There it is.
All right, so here is the FAA website. You go to FAA.gov-UAS. This talks about the drone section of the FAA. And if you look down, it will tell you all the how to get started, recreational pilots, certificate remote pilots, public safety, education, advanced operation, UAS research, and connect with us. So you can contact them through here. Now I want to show you, it shows total drones registered. There is 822,000 drones registered. Half of them are
Insane.
commercial. The
Right.
other half recreational. So they've got 11,000 paper registrations,
Mm-hmm.
400,000 certificate pilot, and then there's 1 million trust certificates issued.
Yeah, there's people that's
So-
taking the trust test. Yep.
This tells you how big your community can be, but how big it actually is probably a third of this recreational flyer, if that. And the FPV community is probably half of that. So
Mhm.
I'd say the FPV community is within the like 10,000s at the very most.
Yep. The airplane community's a lot more. Thank you for the $5 super chat, McFlies. Yep. Yeah, airplanes.
Thank you for your race. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Bud. All right. So let me get on to the point here. So if you go right here at the top to We Can Help You, you hit that. Now, this is going to congratulate you and all that, whatever, and tell you everything that you can do and all the rules and everything. But you have contact the UAS support center. So this right here is where you need to be going if you want to talk to them. And right here is send us an email. So if you want to send the FAA an email and them actually listen to what you have to say, this is where you do it at. And
How do I report a
We'll
drone
try-
sighting right underneath it?
we'll try to get a link description maybe here later on or something. But anyways, you guys need to be doing this. I'm going to do it myself and just give them some ideas. I think, if we can have DJI warn us that there are aircraft in the area on our goggles, I think we can have that on our FPV drones, and we need to figure that out.
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents on it.
Yep.
I think if our remote can sit there and tell us, hey, there's an aircraft approaching,
Mm-hmm.
then we should
Yeah.
be able to have that in
Yes.
our goggles.
Yeah, I don't think that is a problem to do. I think we can do that. The problem I think we're going to run into is that they're not only asking for that, they're asking for manned aviation to be able to see where unmanned aviation, for it to show up on their screen like it shows up on our screen. And that requires either a total change of the system of manned aviation, which that's not going to happen.
Right.
So that means that have to be something that we put on there that would put us. Now, it doesn't mean that every drone. This is what a friend of mine was telling me that's into it. Doesn't mean that every drone has to have a transponder. If every drone is sending telemetry back to the tower, to the reporting agency or the reporting system, then the reporting system can send out locations of what everything is to a mass that would be on the frequency that a transponder would be on for a air traffic controller or a manned aircraft.
Well, the smallest transponder module that talks to everyone, which is a 3-way talk, from what I understand, it's about 100 grams. I think they have one that's a little bit smaller. That's about, I would say, no less than 50 grams.
Mm-hmm.
And it's $1,000 right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
the technology, we have the technology to do it. It's just, you're going to have to locate the room on a drone, because the room on a drone is already packed. So you're looking at, strapping a half a battery on your drone, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. The old DJI Air unit and
It's
camera
bigger.
and camera.
Yeah, bigger than that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't see it happening in racing at all.
I can see them. I can see them even after this thing gets up and going, instituting technologies at FRIAs that is kind of like the opposite of an Iron Dome, but not with missiles, but with something that's set there at the FRIA that has a dome or bubble, if you will, that any aircraft that tries to pass through that, it's fail safe. Just going keeping any.
McFly's made a comment and said they don't listen. McFly's, if we all take that approach, that they don't listen, they will never hear what we have to say at all.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm going to say
we went through this exactly. I know that Flight Fest, even Bardwell, I know that RDQ, they all had sample letters, and that they urge people to take this sample letter and change it and put your name on it and all this kind of stuff and flood the FAA. I think there was over 100,000. It might have been wrong. Might have been 80,000. I don't remember the number, but it was quite a bit of letters that were sent in last time. And I can see how you think that they don't listen. And maybe they don't, but if they don't, what harm will come of sending them a message anyway saying, I did the whole FAA video thing, where they wanted people to submit videos about the FRIA stuff, not the FRIA, but the remote ID stuff. I did that, posted it, little short video, did the whole thing, sent the link to the FAA, and look, Bruce at XJet did the whole thing. Some things the politicians are going to do what they want to do, but if we don't let our voice be heard, then it's our fault. Yeah.
Okay, so that's how to contact them. You go that page right there, and let's move on to a different topic, because we want something more exciting.
Yeah. Like gorilla whooping the local Walmart.
Hey, that would be so cool.
Yeah.
I did take my drone one time, and I was how Lowe's has an outside section.
Uh-huh.
And I was like going around in the little gorilla whooping the little Lowe's outside section.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd come out, and it's right next to Walmart, so I did the parking lot and stuff.
Yeah.
Hooters during the nighttime.
I gorilla whooped Ripley's Believe It or Not in Gatlinburg.
Oh, really?
I did. Yep. It's on my channel.
Cool.
I did that, and was a few other things, but flew right in the entrance to it. And of course, there's not far that you could go, but I was in there flying around their exhibits and stuff. And the guys thought it was cool. You know the saying, in one ear and out the other. Well, yeah. But I mean, here's the thing, I've said this a while ago, in my video on tough lessons, tough truths that we need to hear is change. That's one thing you can count on. is change.
Yeah.
Change is coming to your life, whether you're ready for it or not. It is coming. I don't care who you are. Change is coming. And we can either fight the change, which sometimes we ought to, or sometimes we can embrace the change. And that's dependent upon your moral acuity and what you want to stand your ground on, what hills you want to die on, or what. Me, I love the hobby, and I think that I would rather try to work with them, even if it means that we end up, which will suck. Even if it means that we end up relegated to flying at FRIAs or indoors or only at specially sanctioned events. Right now there's countries right now that you just can't fly in the countries. I mean, you go in some of the European countries and pop out your tiny trainer in a park, and you could get charges brought upon you. It's just that simple. So, I mean, I'm glad that I live way out in the country. I'm surrounded by 290 acres, and the man that owns the farm around me, he doesn't care at all. And, it's probably going to get hard for people, in the big cities. But I was going to say, let me say this. Y'all remember, was his name Casey Neistat or whatever? He used to fly his Mavic all the time in Manhattan, just ride over all kinds of people and everything. And breaking, I mean, he had tons of views, and was some of the first Mavic stuff or DJI stuff that I watched. And you don't see that anymore. I mean, you do see, I think it was, watched a little bit today. I think it was FPV Vegan. I wasn't able to catch it all because somebody come in, was waiting for someone, and then they come in and I had to turn it off. But he was gorilla whooping inside the subway. And it looked as if, I don't know, I need to go back and watch it, and I will tonight. It looked as if the subway door on the subway car closed on him before he got it out, and he's trying to go through a door. Maybe he's back in another train car when I turned it off, and there's some guy standing there outside the train car, in between the train cars, and he's giving the whoop the finger, like, nah, you're not getting in, dude. So I don't know. I'm sure it won't take long in a subway to go out of range. If you've ever been on the metro, okay. Yeah, you got that. Thank you, Skip.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was cool. I hope he didn't lose his drone. Hope it wasn't a one-way whoop, but hey, that is part of the excitement. Dive in a big building somewhere. I don't know about you, Skip, but when I'm done and I bring it back in, my hands are like, whoo! My whole body's like shaking from it. So from the adrenaline. I don't get adrenaline at races and stuff. I know some people got it because I'm not that good, maybe, but but dive in a building, I gorilla whooped and almost had a drone, a little 2-inch drone similar to this one. I was at the Parthenon in Nashville, and I was flying around, and I don't remember what happened, but I ended up bringing it in for a landing, and this kid runs by, like this 12, 13, 14-year-old kid runs by and just snatches up my drone and takes off. And luckily there was some Vanderbilt College football players out there throwing a football, and they ran the kid down. And right at the time, I took my goggles off and I seen him. He was booking across, had my drone in his hands, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to catch this kid. My next option is I'm about to arm it in his hands and just let it go. But the young men caught him, chased him down, and got my drone back. So long story there. So you got to be careful on your guerrilla whooping, that sometimes it gets gone. So all right. Let me see here. So yeah, what else did we have on the?
I wanted to show this thing. I know it's a little bit different. We used to show some objects, UFOs or whatever, UAPs. I wanted to show this. I thought this was really interesting. This is on the lighter note. This is the 3i Atlas.
Oh,
and
yes.
The Gemini North Observatory is what captured this image right here. And I don't know what it is. To be honest with you, I have no clue.
Mm-hmm.
And Gemini actually gives you the original formats and everything. And so you can actually download this image and see what it's like yourself.
Yeah.
But this was actually taken from their telescope. And I thought it was really interesting to see this. I have no clue what it is. I can't even guess. And then this right here.
Now that one right there, I was sent an article or a video with a college professor, and he was saying that you think that it's moving this way from right to left. He said, but what he's finding out is that this object is moving like from left to right, and that this is like a headlight or something, that the front of it is illuminated, not the tail, that the front was illuminated like it, got too hot and was glowing or something, or it's some kind of very powerful light. I don't know.
You can kind of see the colors on this one. You got kind of like a outside.
Yeah, you can see the
pinkish color.
Yeah, you can see
the bluish color.
Right.
And the yellow on the inside.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you can almost see especially on the circle, the sphere. It looks like it is colored on whatever it is,
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely different. I've never seen anybody make a satellite or any image. I've never seen any image with all those colors. I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah.
Nobody really knows what it is. To be honest with you, we've had a lot of scientists talk about it, and a lot of speculation.
Yep.
Some people say it's a comet. Some people say that it's an asteroid. There's no telling. But they're calling it a comet here, and they were saying that this was a filter exposure that showed all the colors, and that's what they got. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. So I wanted
Yeah.
to share it with
Yeah, interesting for sure. You know, I've had people ask me, "Is that wormwood?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know. I'm not an astronomer." And
you.
you know, those of you who don't know what wormwood is, you can look that up. That's be a good
Well,
little
we had the Oumuamua actually come
right.
by in our solar system, and they say this thing is moving super fast,
Yes.
and that in 2020 in a couple years that we'll see it pretty close up,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's supposed to make a close by pass too. So we might even be able to see it with our naked eye. I'm not sure.
Right.
Uh, well, I guess we'll find out when it gets closer. They
The
say there is a spacecraft that they were using for one of, I think it was one of Jupiter's moons.
yep.
So they're going to actually instead of,
Instead of
uh,
crashing it, they're going to turn it toward it. Yeah, put it on a collision course with
yeah,
it. Yeah, but they
yeah.
also say that
So
that's hard to do because this supposedly, according to this Harvard professor, this thing's supposed to be speeding up and slowing down, speeding up and slowing down. So it's hard to know exactly at what time it's going to be at in what position,
well,
supposedly.
they say they know that because there's more than one object heading this way, and that whenever like it's like three different objects that actually speed up and slow down and catch each other and stuff. So it's doing some weird stuff.
Yep. Yes, it is.
And I don't know if you heard about the Voyager. Uh, I think that's kind of drone related too. Is the Voyagers that we sent out, Voyager 1,
And yep,
uh,
it's
it's hit a boundary
yeah, it's
of
gone.
some type.
It's gone outside of our solar system, and yeah, there's it's some type of they don't know if it's magnetic or radioactive or whatever, but it's something outside of our solar system that is very much different than the space because there's not an atmosphere, but the space inside of our solar system. So,
Yeah, yeah. So they were talking about like the communication that they're getting back from it is they thought at first it was all mixed up and jumbled, and it's actually just changed information that it sends back, and uh, and it's not even able to do that. Understand that in its software and computing, it's not able to change what it the
yeah,
information it sends back.
the 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 that I think this is correct. Don't quote me on it. I listened to a couple of videos and I watched one that was supposed to that the guy was supposedly a Harvard University professor, and he said at the rate that the Atlas thing, the 3I or 3A or whatever it's called, is traveling, that if you take the nearest known solar system, how's it going, Jolly Bob
Nice to see on
FPV?
the screen.
Yeah. And he said if you take that, if you if you calculate the speed that it's going, and you figure where it's at as opposed to the closest solar system that they think is near ours, then they said at that speed it would take about 70 years. I think it was 60 or 70 years to make it, and it's exactly how far that this Atlas 3I was from the date that Voyager 1 first started sending the signals out that we are trying to contact people out there. So
Oh, really? That's interesting. I didn't even know that.
Raymond Carrera says that Voyager 1 in November 2026 will be one solar day away from Earth.
How many Earth days is that? That's a
So one solar day is when all of the planets have made one rotation around the sun. Is that I believe that's what it is.
okay.
So I think that's right. If it's not, correct me if I'm wrong there. I think that's what a solar day is.
Huh. Not know that.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So yeah, there's some strange stuff going on, and you know, with the New Jersey so-called drones or whatever that happened, we've got more attention towards our community, uh, more than what we want to, I think sometimes. But
Hmm.
you know, they mentioned, what if, I don't know if you, it's pretty popular, but a lot of people were talking about the Russian drones that came in on the back of a truck, and they were all worried, what if that happened at the Mexican border?
Oh yeah, yeah. Uh, can you look up something? I don't. I can look it
Yeah.
up, but if I do, it will kick you out. Look up the Space Force is newest commercial. I want to play it.
Oh, yeah.
I want
Let's
to
do
play it,
that.
even if I get copyright stricken on it and I have to cut that part out. Hopefully they don't have copyrighted music on it. If so, YouTube, this is for educational purposes only, and for all of that, no copyright is implied. I know a lot of time that doesn't mean anything, but I'll say it again before we play it. Now, how far light day travel is one day? Who knows? I
Okay,
don't.
we got one that's 11 days, and we got one that's 3 months.
One light day, not one solar day.
We got one of them. Can you hear me?
Yep.
We got one commercial that is 11 days ago, and we got one that's 3 months ago. Which one do you want?
Let's try the 11 days ago. I don't know if that sounds about right,
Okay.
because it's going to say something about when our competitors are doing something on the moon. I'll let you know when I have it pulled up. Is that 12 minutes long? That might not be
You
it.
ready?
Yeah, I don't know if that's it. Yeah, is that 12 seconds long? All right, just play it. Yeah. Or 12 minutes. Is it the advertisement for the Space Force? No, that's not it. I don't think. Yeah, turn the volume on.
Those galaxies continue to unlock its history.
No, I don't think so. No, it's a commercial for the U.S. Space Force. Like the U.S. Army will have a commercial.
Only a short 62 miles above us is where the cosmic realm is, where space plays an important role in everyday lives. The beauty and splendor of this solar system is shared by all. But for all its wonder, space is not without its challenges. Four. Space must be guarded.
The audio's cutting in and out, I think. No, that one's not it. Huh. What it says,
There's a lot of really.
U.S. Space Force is hard. Let me see. Individuals needed. No,
Let's try.
Try that one there with the girl's face. Yeah, try to get the audio to the audio was cutting in and out.
Take millions of years to reach.
Second. See that.
Earth. So take millions of years to. The light from a star can take millions of years to reach Earth. So when you look at a star, you're looking back in time. But I see the future. I see exploration, courage. I see my country finding new horizons out there. And I see giant leaps making a comeback. I see myself. The future is where I'll make history.
No.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name.
Well, anyway, what it says, I'll tell you, and maybe I can find it and I'll post it in the Discord. It says, in a time when our adversaries are building bases on the dark side of the moon.
Huh.
That might be it right there. No. Have they removed it?
Might have.
Whoever
Yeah.
believes this crap is delusional. There's a lot of people that believe in a flat earth.
They use some good graphics, I'll tell you that. So, did you see that China took a picture of the dark side of the moon?
I've heard that they did. How's it going, Dominic? If you guys will, take all your frustration out on that like button for me. And if you like the comments or like what's going on the content, if you would subscribe. Yeah, there's a lot of deep weeds to.
Here is the dark side of the moon.
Don't look so dark, does it? Definitely looks different. I'd always heard that the dark side of the moon was so much more crater ridden than the light side of the moon, but it looks to be the opposite.
Well, look at the real dark circle here. That's interesting on how the difference is, because the light side of the moon kind of makes a face, you know, and then the dark side of the moon, there's these huge asteroid impacts.
Yeah.
But I don't know what this black is. These huge dark spots.
Yeah. Jolly Bob
It's
says
very-
that looks like the side, not the back. I don't know what the back looks like, so I can't tell you. I can tell you that most of you have been shown a picture of the Milky Way galaxy and told in school and taught your whole life that we know for sure that we live in a Milky Way galaxy, and here's what it is. We don't know that for sure, because we've never had anything outside of the galaxy to take a picture. The only thing that we can say for sure is what our solar system looks like, and based upon what they're saying, and that's because we have had Voyager and Voyager 2 reach the limits of our solar system. When we turn on the first radio, we let everyone know we're here. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this was interesting.
Chinese lander. What's that blue stuff up at the top there? Something they got marked out? Or is that the dark side of the moon taken from the side so that you can have, I don't know how that would work. Paris, France scientists on Wednesday said that they could be a step closer to solving the riddle behind the moon's formation, unraveling the most detailed survey yet so far.
It's a magma ocean.
Magma. Huh.
That's what the blue line they're marking.
Yeah.
Ocean.
Well, the 9 planets. Well, they've changed that a few times, haven't they? They went from being 9 planets to being Pluto's not a planet, Pluto's a moon, and then who knows? Well, let them know. Ages from now, radio waves are still slower than light. Yep. Lot slower.
If we don't be careful, I think China might beat us back to.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's what they used. Let's
look at it.
Chinese crap.
Chinese flag almost looks airbrushed on there, doesn't it? I'm joking. I misspoke. Radio waves are light.
Who was out there taking the picture?
That's the thing. Limited to light speed. Well, you get into the whole theory there of, can we travel faster than the speed of light? Who knows? I have learned in 50 plus years to be skeptical.
Well, if you're traveling at the speed of light and move your hand forward, that'd make you faster than the speed of light, wouldn't it?
Correct. It was Einstein that says if you were on a bus traveling at the speed of light and you stand up and walk forward, would you dematerialize? All things being relative, that's why you can fly a drone going down the highway at 70 miles an hour. You could take a tiny whoop off and it hovers just like it would in your house.
Green blobs on the dark side of the moon.
Green blobs. Yeah. Traffic cones. Yeah, that I could see traffic cones on the dark side of the moon. China pulled up the American flag, stuck theirs. Yep, there's clearly a race. The space race is back on now. And what I'd heard, someone was talking about it, that the reason why China, there is some type of helium that is plentiful on the moon that's easily mineable and easily extracted. And China is wanting to be the first country to start mining resources off of the moon. All of our observations show that as we approach the speed of light, the energy required to accelerate approaches infinity. We can't even quantify infinity. So we have a number system we don't even we can't even quantify. So.
All right, there we go.
Yep.
Well,
Do
we
we
got
want to
a
look at
race
that?
coming
Do we want to?
in.
Yes, got a race this weekend. Do we want to look at the FMV course and see what it is at least? Only if there's acceptable higher dimension of space. Yeah, we don't want to get into that deepness.
Yeah, we can look at the FFB course. That's a good idea.
Let's look at the FMB course for this because they release it on Tuesday nights. Let's look at it so you guys can see it. I'm going to try. No promises. I'm going to try to make it this week and be in there. Really enjoy. I don't get to stay the whole time because rarely is it done by the time I'm ready to start the stream. Helium-3. It's fusion energy. Yes. To power our whoops. Come on. Gotta go. Glad I was able. Yep. You too, Ethan. Take care,
All right,
buddy.
nice to have you, Jelly Bob. Thank you for joining in chat.
That's Ethan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's changed his name to Jolly Bob.
Jelly Bob.
Jolly Bob. Jolly good show, Bob. See you later. You get it when you get it sorted. Let me know. Bom bom dong. Bom bom dong. All right. Helium-3. Yep, that's the one. Wonder
Did we check out any last stream?
What's that? I didn't hear you.
Did we check out any comments from the last stream? I didn't know if anybody left any comments from the last stream for us.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look at that. That's probably something that I ought to look at. It's something I've never thought of. If they left comments in the, I mean, I answer questions and comments on the channel, so I don't know.
We'll look real quick.
I wonder if Helium-3 makes your voice talk real high or makes you talk real low.
Helium-3.
Yep. You know, there's some form of methane. I think it's some form of methane that you can breathe in. That'll make your voice real low, where helium makes it high. I think it's methane. It's some kind of gas that you can breathe in. It will kill you. So,
no, there is no. I guess they're just doing live.
There is no track. Yep. All right.
Lots of views.
Yep.
All right. Here we go. Well, look. Somebody say there is no track.
No. I thought that's what you said, but you said there's no comments.
Yeah.
Yep.
No comments coming to hit us.
Mm-hmm.
There's your dad joke.
Got to have one a day, right?
Oh, we do have one. All right, here we go. It's called FMV Archie.
Archie.
So, first off, I'm going to read the rules on FMV to see what the rules are. You can go in announcements on FMV, and when they announce the track, they usually announce what you can fly with the track. So, it's Feather Class, Sub 250, Tiny Trainer, Baby Fox, Twig XL. Alright, so I'm going to change my drone because I've got 5-inch selected. And I'll let you pick, Pastor. Baby Fox or Twig XL or Tiny Trainer. Which one do you want me to fly?
The Tiny Trainer. Of course, you're from...
I can fly all any of them, so...
Oh, wait.
I think the Tiny Trainer most realistic one, to be honest with you. The Twig XL, I have a Twig XL. It flies amazing, but does not fly like the one in the game. And the Baby Fox, from what I understand, the Baby Fox is just like the kind of like the Twig XL. It's not realistic, but the Baby Fox flies really good too.
I flew the
All right.
Twig XL on this track. I think it's pretty fun. Yeah, I flew the Twig XL last time I flew FMV. Oh, it's open.
So these are round gates. Oh, way then over. All right, I'm going to take it super slow so we can get a view of what it looks like. All right, so starting from the start block. Up and over. Around. And then we come over here. Corkscrew. And we got over here another corkscrew. Then 180 through this one. 180 through this one. Up and over. Football goal. Split S. Come around. Another split S. Solemn. Then ladder up. Ladder down. A little weird spot. All right, so over the flag, and then they want us to corkscrew that. And then
Corkscrew that.
So the first one is the first. The first one is just a big corkscrew. Second one is a small corkscrew. Other one is a corkscrew this way and a 180. Then we got a 180 over the top, split S. Over the top again with another split S. Solemn.
Back under.
Then we got a ladder up. Now this one's kind of weird. We got, so you go around the flag, down. Oh, I'm gonna have to look at that one again. I don't remember.
I think it was around and under and around and over.
These gates are a little small. You can see why you don't fly a 5-inch. All right, let's take a look at this element down here. After we ladder up. All right, this one right here.
Outside bottom.
No, this other and down.
Around and then
and
up.
around.
Yep. Bow tie, like a shoestring. Bow tie on that. What I would call it.
Spider up. All right.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a figure eight, going under then over, under then over. I might jump on it tonight after I get off the stream. Be in the Discord here to fly it if anybody wants to jump on and fly it with us. There you go.
There we go.
All right, guys. So that is the FMV course for the week.
Hey, look there. There's Bagzilla in top 5.
Now, what's it called? The course again?
FMV Archie.
Archie.
ARCA Archie.
FMV Archie. All right. Let me write that down.
Jump that one.
FMV ARCHE. Let me just put it in the chat.
ARCHIE.
FMV ARCHIE.
VC.
What did they do it in all caps? Don't. C.
You would give VCI.
Yes, you can. I've already given them my phone number. They're probably asking for yours.
Okay.
Yeah, already given. Let me see if they're asking for mine. I'll give them mine also. Ah, that's their logos. Let me see. It might be someone else. I give Mike my number. Yeah, I'll give it to him. It's okay. All right. All right, guys. Skip, thank you for coming out, man. We're going to wrap this thing up.
Okay. All right. You have a good one, Pastor. Nice to hang out with you in the
Yeah. What does the skulls mean that were there beside those people's names? That they didn't finish?
Oh, I don't know.
Crashed out.
No. That means I beat them. I beat them.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Well, we'll see you, brother. Take care.
All right. Thanks for having me. I see you.
Yep. All right. There goes my alarm. Let me set my camera back for Thursday night. Says all better. It all reads better now. It all reads better now. All right. All right. FMV Archie. Night 4 a.m. comes fast. Yes, it does. All right, guys. We are going to log off. Just going to call this a night. Oh, hang on. I've got to turn that message off. All right. Got it. Thank you, VCI. All right. All right, guys, remember, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, keep flying and rise up and meet me in the air.